Let's jump into the Mega Man Battle Network topic. For anyone who hasn't seen the Mega Man Battle Network series, or hasn't played them, or isn't in the loop, I guess, in Mega Man Battle Network, you play as Lan Hikari instead of Mega Man, and Lan's kind of in this, normal world, normal in quotes, and Mega Man, he kind of like lives in this virtual world, and Lan has like this almost digivice type of thing, and he talks to and like interacts with Mega Man through the PET type of deal. And whenever there's a like something going on in his world, he can be like, "Hey, Mega Man, figure out what's going on with my stove. What's going on with my stove?" And he can just like put Mega Man in his stove, and if his stove's overheating, he can, tell the stove to settle down. That's kind of simplifying it a little bit, a lot of it, but that's the gist of it. In the first game, World 3, so I guess terrorist group, and they're like, "Hey, we want the entire internet to ourselves." And Lan and Mega Man are like, "That's no good." So that's pretty much it, without spoiling too many things. Yeah. In Mega Man Battle Network 2, well, before off, I suggest you play Battle Network 1, preferably with a guide. There's a couple dungeons that kinda gave me a run for their money. And like I said in the Out of Time podcast, I'm not really sure how you would play them without a guide. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you beat Mega Man Battle Network 1 without a guide? Let me know. Did you do it from memory back in the day? I don't know. Let me know. But in Mega Man Battle Network 2, it starts off, a couple months later, I'm not sure. And everyone's just chilling, and when suddenly, one of our good friends begins to take a bath with their gas-powered water heater, and their gas-powered water heater begins to go on the fritz, and it just starts shooting like poisonous gas at them. And then we send Mega Man in. Well, we sent one of our other friends in to save the day, but then they got like choked out. The Mega Man Battle Network series is like crazy how dark it gets at times. So we sent Mega Man. Well, we went in Lan, and then we had to send Mega Man in. This is I'm skipping over a lot of the tutorial stuff, by the way, and we went in, and then we're like, "Hey, there's a virus in the gas-powered water heater," and turned out to be Airman mucking things up, and his operator Arashi, you know that guy. And so we got rid of Airman, and he wasn't that hard. His little stage wasn't that hard. I think Airman's more known for the classic series from Mega Man 2. I'm not too knowledgeable about the classic series. But we got rid of him. And then all of a sudden we're like, let's go camping. And no one wants to go. And then they all want to go. And we're trying to become like Z class certified or something. There's a lot of tutorials in the beginning. And to be honest, that was kind of a drag. They're teaching you how side quests and stuff work. And I'm like, oh. We learn a little about, not World 3 in this game, the Net Mafia Gospel. And we eventually get to the campsite, and it's a cool little place. And it starts off with, they're like, oh, let's get some stuff, like some firewood or whatever. And you think it's gonna be like a adventure game segment, because you start off like finding it by clicking on stuff, but you find it in like the weirdest areas. I don't know. There's a bear that appears, and it's not a bear, it's a robot. You like it, but you don't. And it turns out the bear's a robot. And the second area is more of the clicking on random stuff, but it's like stuff that actually makes sense. It's like, hey, can you get me a knife? Meilu says. And you gotta talk to a guy that's cutting stuff up. You know? And then you gotta go up to a dam. And there's like a dam operator or something. And the guy's like, hey, what's going on? I'm kind of like summarizing a little bit. And he's like, what's going on? And all of a sudden, there's bombs going off, and Chad is there, and he's like, help me find the detonators. And all of a sudden, you know, they're clicking on random things that starts to play a part, and you gotta find these detonators. And I'll give them points. You know, the detonators are kind of kooky things. The dungeon in this part is, you know, the random detonators, and I guess the walkways explode at random times. It all leads up to the shady guy you passed by earlier. He is one of the people in the Net Mafia. He is the guy who controls Quickman. Now, Quickman, go into this really quick. Quick. He is kind of a buttface. Why is he a buttface? Because he can only be hurt. What is it? I think he can only be hurt when he is attacking, question mark. Yes, when he is in the middle of his attacks. When he's moving, he blocks your attacks. He is kind of tricky like that. I don't want to say I've definitely faced worse bosses in Mega Man Battle Network. So I don't want to be like, oh man, yo, he's the end all be all. But so far, this game, pretty good so far. Is it as bad as Sonic Mania? You know, flying battery zone? I'd say or Flying Battery Zone is definitely harder than Quick Man. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, bye bye. Who would win, Sonic or Mega Man? Bye bye.